The compelling state interest test? Yes. Let's look at it. Is there compelling state interest? Yes. To remove any fraud if there's any forgery? Yes. Compelling state interest? Yes. That any petitioner that petitions the court is required to appear in court? Yes. Is there a compelling state interest? Right. To arrest police officers that make up fraudulent crimes against citizens because they decided they would arbitrarily gamble on yes, that no one would find out. Seems like this strict scrutiny. Yes. Strict scrutiny. See, I looked that up too. The strict scrutiny of the state of Seattle. Oh, oh, oh. Or is it the city of Seattle? Yes. Is it the state of Washington? Yeah. Now, when I looked at the state laws right now, let's say I sued you. Yes. And it could be one of these large lawsuits. Yes. For using compelling state interest. See, anytime you use forgery or fraud, right, it violates the state interest of having you removed from office. Now, you just didn't understand. You gambled. You said that because I have a badge on, there is no possible way that anybody is going to intervene in the coercive diplomacy of Clallam County right now. Well, your mediation with muscle? Yes. Your false arrests and false imprisonment, your compellence that, when you said that not some other Judge Calgill? Yes. I informed the judge, right, that I didn't get any due process. These laws that I emailed you? Yes. From the municipal code of the city of Seattle? Yes. Let's look at the strict. Strict, yes. Strick. Wait a second here. Hang on just a second. Strict interpretation. Strict. Well, I know I have it here. Yes. No, it's not there. I thought I put it. Strict. Strik. Oh, strict. Yes. Strict juris of strict right of law according to the exact law without extension or enhancement interpretation. This term was often applied to servitude because they are restrictions on the free exercise of property rights. The strict scrutiny. In due process analysis, the standard applied to suspect classifications such as race and equal protection analysis and to fundamental rights such as voting rights. Oh, under strict scrutiny, the state must establish that it has a compelling interest that justifies and necessitates the law in question. Yes. Now, I gave you a whole bunch of laws over the last few days. Strict scrutiny. Is there a compelling state interest to make sure that everybody gets notice and opportunity to be heard? That you have proof of service in the court file before having court hearings right now. You just thought I'd appear in court? Pooch! I would say that probably every court hearing violated the strict scrutiny of the municipal code of the city of Seattle. Yes. And the RCWs of the state of Washington right now, as well as each and every state's requirements of law to be able to issue a protection order. Now, for some reason, you refuse to remove it because you decided that you're going to fight with me. Wasn't that what you're doing? You're just fighting with me. Yeah. See, what are the legal rights and duties of parents? Yes. Now, this is from the Department of the Netherlands. Yes. Parents who exercise responsibility must raise and care for their child. This means you must provide the child with food, care, and somewhere to live. You're also the child's legal representative. I talked to you about that yesterday. Yeah. Now, parents, according to the law, The mother is the woman who gave birth to the child. This also applies if the child was conceived using a donor egg. Yeah. The woman who adopted the child, the co-mother, du mother, who has automatically become the child's parent or has acknowledged the child or has been declared the child's parent by a court. Yes. Who did the court decide that my son's, excuse me, court? The father is the mother's husband or registered partner at the time of the child's birth, unless his paternity of the child is denied. Yes. The man who has acknowledged or adopted the child, the man who has been declared the child's father by a court. Yes. Did you declare that I was the father of 5 sons? Of every court order that you issued when you named me as the respondent, was I declared the father of 5? Well, there's a huge lawsuit there if you can see it. See, from July of 2011, yes. When I went to court in Guam, when my wife had me arrested for the allegation of domestic violence and child abuse, who did the court say that I was the father of? Right, the Guamanian Superior Court. They declared me the father of 5 sons. Yes. I went through diversion. When Heidi got to Clown County in July 8th of 2011, who did she declare as being the father of 5 sons? For every court order that you issued for the last 8 years, who was it that the court declared as the father of 5 sons? Me. That's right. I'm the father of 5 sons because now for every time that you said, well, we're going to try to take custody of his sons. Yes. He's a deadbeat dad. Pooh. Well, there's some parenting. Yes. Responsibility. My rights. Ooch. Then there's the International Order for Child Support. Child support in the nation of the Netherlands. Yes. What are the legal rights and duties of parents? Right. Food, care, and somewhere to live. Yes. I'm to support my 5 sons? Ooh. Well, how am I going to do that? Did you want me to motion you, court? Uh, Parents according to the law. Now, you issued a dissolution of marriage where I was not acknowledged as the father of 5 sons. Ooch. You issued a dissolution of marriage where I didn't get notice of court hearings. Yeah. You issued a dissolution of marriage where I didn't get a copy of it. You issued a dissolution of marriage where the state of Washington did have jurisdiction or didn't have. Now, when I was looking at an explanation, yes, of the actual judicial system of the United States, pooh, I put some pictures on my drive. They might be there. Well, it says, yes, that the state of jurisdiction of the marriage, yes, decides, well, who had the jurisdiction when they issued the marriage certificate? Pooh, the United Nations. Doesn't that fall under the United Nations being the jurisdiction? Now, let's say there's a little tort lawsuit here, describing the law of civil wrongs that concerns conduct that causes injury and fails to measure up to the some standard set by society. Well, is there a strict scrutiny of society to, well, there could be a large tort lawsuit. See, every time he issued a court order, I was named as the father. But every time he issued it without the requirements of the law, it doesn't stand up to the strict scrutiny. See, it happens to violate this whole idea of compelling need. You use the excuse of domestic violence and child abuse as the compelling need to issue court orders. But the strict scrutiny would say that actions for personal injury or bodily injury claims are at the heart of tort law. Now, as I look at it, yes, could you get me the members of the American Tort Reform Association? Yes, yes. See, they dislike these tort lawsuits. Yes, that states have limited awards for non-economic damages, modified their laws governing punitive damages, and enacted statutes penalizing plaintiffs. Did you think these? Just give me the mother.